Well, everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review 731, and this is a new historical drama war thriller. And this film is from writer-director Linshan Zhao, and Zhao directs a story that sets against the backdrop of the bacterial experiments conducted by the Japanese Imperial Unit 731 in northeast China, and reveals the crimes of Unit 731 through the turbulent fate of an ordinary individual. And this film follows this individual and this group of people. Wu Jiang, who plays our main protagonist, his story is what takes us through this whole entire historical context, and I think what Zhao's able to do from a directorial standpoint is fascinating, because this film should be extremely dark, but there's this weird, fantastical, magical realism that's injected in at times, and there's like a sense of wondrous filmmaking and this weird campy kind of feel at times of the film that you're just like, this does not feel like this fits right in a story about this mass genocide and all of this chemical experimentation on people. But as the film goes on, it becomes more and more compelling, and it's hard for you to ignore just how alluring this approach that Linshan Zhao takes in terms of telling this story. I think it's a little bit long at 2 hours and 5 minutes. You can feel the length, especially in the first half of the film with all this setup. But you have all of these moments we connect with Jiang's character and a lot of these other, like, young boy and other characters that we feel for. Like, you don't get a whole lot of depth from, like, a characterization standpoint, but what we see them have to push through is what gets us invested and empathize with them and connect with them. And this film is a fascinating experience in terms of, like, telling this story, and it's brutal. What we see in terms of these experimentations, we see up close and personal, and the practical effects that they use, like the experiments that they scald people's arms and like peel the skin off or freeze their arms and bash them with hammers. There's so many disgusting and brutal moments throughout this film that it's going to make your stomach churn at times. And I give a lot of credit to Jiang He, who is the cinematographer, and how the camera moves through all of these spaces. There's so many moments of this, like, we're investigating, we're looking around these experimentation rooms and just seeing all these horrific things going on. People being flamethrowered or exploded in pressure containers and all of these things, and you're just like, what? And the whole entire third act of this film is a thrill ride. There's a lot of setup, and there's moments that hit you on this disturbing level and an emotional level throughout the first 2/3 of the film that keep you going, even if it does take too long of a time to get to that launching off point where things really start going sideways. But this film pulls no punches. It is thrilling. It puts you in all these horrific scenarios, and as we see Jiang's character, who is just trying to survive and get out of this situation, and we see the carnage that's all around him, and these horrific moments, these atrocities from start to finish. I feel like Zhao does such a great job of putting us in it and making us be in it, and we can't pull away. And it's fascinating, it's disturbing, it's messed up. This is a fascinating ride and puts a spotlight on a historical context that I feel like most people don't know about, and probably should, because these are some horrible things. It's interesting because we learned so much about what the Nazis did in Europe during World War II and before World War II, but not as much about all of the horrible things the Japanese did. And here, this shines a light on it and does not pull punches at all. And it's a thrilling and emotional journey. Even if it could have been tighter from a storytelling perspective, there's still great impact in what Zhao's film is able to do here. But those are my thoughts on 731. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.